Good morning, students. Here we start with the gross anatomy of the structure of the heart. In the gross anatomy of the structure of the heart, the entire heart is consisting, or it consists of 3 layers from outside to inside. So our heart is made up of 3 layers from outside to inside. The first layer is the epicardium, outside, the outermost layer. Intermediate layer will be myocardium, and the innermost layer will be endocardium. So these are the 3 basic layers of the heart from outside to inside: epicardium, myocardium, endocardium. Epicardium, myocardium, endocardium. Now epicardium. In the epicardium, basically this epicardium is derived from visceral layer of serous pericardium. So the entire epicardium is made up of visceral layer of serous pericardium, the visceral layer of serous pericardium, and it will completely encircle or enclose the heart from all the sides except at one place, and that place is at the base of the heart where there is inverted J-shaped reflection of serous pericardium. So at the base of the heart where there is inverted J-shaped reflection of the serous pericardium, at that particular part this layer will be lacking. Otherwise the entire heart is enclosed by visceral layer of serous pericardium, which will form the epicardium of the heart. Next, between epicardium and myocardium, in between epicardium and myocardium, there will be a thin layer of areolar tissue. A thin layer of areolar tissue will be there. Along with that, there will be a thin layer of subepicardial fat. So there will be subepicardial fat, a very thin layer. So subepicardial fat and areolar tissue will be present between epicardium and inside myocardium. That is the next layer, myocardium, the outermost epicardium and intermediate layer myocardium. So that is all about epicardium. Now myocardium. In case of myocardium, very interesting, the entire myocardium is consisting of cardiac muscle fibers. So each cardiac muscle fiber, which is also called cardiac myocyte. So each cardiac muscle fiber, which is also called cardiac myocyte. And these cardiac myocytes, their shape will be in such a way that, for example, if I draw over here, these are the cardiac myocytes, and they are parallel bundles of fibers which will have branching properties, and these branches will anastomose with each other. All these cardiac muscle fibers, they will have anastomosis with each other. So they will have a branching pattern. These cardiac muscle fibers, they will have a branching pattern of anastomosis. There is a typical pattern of these cardiac myocytes or cardiac muscle fibers, and each cardiac myocyte or muscle fiber will be cross-striated. All of them will be cross-striated. They will resemble the cross striations. Cardiac muscle fibers, they will be cross-striated. That is second important point. And the third important point will be each cardiac myocyte will have a central nucleus. There will be arrangement of central nucleus in each cardiac myocyte. And the most important point will be each cardiac myocyte will have intercalated disc at its junction. So there is a junction between any 2 cardiac myocyte, and that junction is represented by intercalated disc. For example, here if I show, these are the intercalated disc. In between any 2 cardiac myocyte, there will be presence of intercalated disc. Now, this intercalated disc will serve the purpose of, structurally, the cardiac muscle fiber will not serve as a syncytium. So it is not a syncytium structurally because of the presence of intercalated disc. And at the same time, physiologically, this cardiac muscle fiber will serve as a syncytium. So this is an important sentence. Structurally, it is not a syncytium, but functionally or physiologically, it will behave as a syncytium. Now, our important point where MCQs are asked or 1-mark question answers are there will be depending upon classification of these cardiac myocytes. The cardiac myocytes in this layer of myocardium are totally classified into, for example, if I just write over here, they are classified into 4 different categories, 4 different varieties. So those myocytes are known as nodal myocytes, transitional myocytes, working myocytes, and Purkinje myocytes. Please note down the important points. There are only one important point regarding these myocytes, based they are asked in 1 mark question answer in MCQ. So there are basically 4 different varieties, structurally 4 different varieties of cardiac myocytes in myocardium. Nodal myocytes, transitional myocytes, working myocytes, and Purkinje myocytes. Now, the nodal and transitional myocytes will have, remember it in this way, one generalized feature, one generalized property, that is, they will have high degree of excitability, they will exhibit high degree of excitability, both of them, and that relates to increased amounts of depolarization and repolarization properties. So high degrees of excitability they will have, their feature will be high degree of excitability, whereas they will have decreased amount of conduction velocity. The conduction velocity will be very much decreased in case of nodal and transitional myocytes. Whereas in case of Purkinje myocytes, it will be exactly opposite. So in case of Purkinje, the feature of Purkinje will be, there will be increased amount of conduction velocity. The conduction velocity will be increased in case of Purkinje myocytes. That means they will exhibit the property of high degree of conduction velocity, whereas there will be decreased level of excitability, that is decreased levels of depolarization and repolarization in case of Purkinje myocytes. These 2 properties are very important. Classify the nodal and transitional from Purkinje myocytes. And now working myocytes, they will have the property intermediate in between nodal transitional and Purkinje myocytes. That means they will exhibit intermediate amounts of conduction velocity as well as excitability. Now here, the 3 myocytes, nodal, transitional and Purkinje myocytes, they will aggregate together to form the conducting system of the heart. There is also an MCQ. So conducting system of the heart is formed by these 3 myocytes. And what are those 3 myocytes? Number 1, nodal. Number 2, transitional, and number 3, Purkinje myocytes. Nodal, transitional and Purkinje myocytes will aggregate together to form the conducting system of the heart. Very important point. Now with this we come to endocardium. Now in the endocardium, basically it consists of a single layer of cells which are lining the interior of the heart. So single layer of flattened cells which will line the interior of the heart, and which will be continuous with that of the inside of the blood vessels. So that single layer of cells, flattened lining of the cells which will continue with the interior of the heart and which will continue, which are lining the interior of heart and which will continue with the interior of blood vessels, will form the lining epithelium which is known as endocardium. And this endocardium, another important point will be the endocardium, as it will form the interior of the heart. It will also duplicate itself and it will form the various valves. So the various valves that we have discussed in gross anatomy, they are nothing but the duplication of the cardiac endocardium. The endocardial part of the heart will duplicate and form the various valves which we have discussed. And blood supply of all the 3 layers, remember it, endocardium will be supplied by the blood which is present within the heart itself. Myocardium will be supplied by right and left coronary arteries. Epicardium will be supplied by the arteries other than coronary arteries, that is extra coronary arteries. So here we finished the discussion of the gross anatomy of the structure of the heart, the entire structure of the heart. Thank you very much.